poppin' YouTube family? It's your boy The White. Welcome back to the channel, Silverback Sillage. Hope all is well with everybody. First off, do me a huge favor. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you can be notified when I post new content. I've been appreciating all of you guys who have been tapping into those affiliate links. It's greatly appreciated because it definitely helps the channel grow. And today I plan to finally go ahead and branch off into the fall season. And I'm giving 10 fragrances their flowers that have been consistent in my rotations over the years for that season. Keep it locked. Well, let's get down to business. Now, tonight's list is in no particular order, just how I set them down. When I got to formulating this list is how the order they'll be in. First one to get its flowers from Nishane Hacivat, a first ballot Hall of Famer. What can I say about it that hasn't been said to death on YouTube? Beautiful opening pineapple note with some oak moss woodiness involved there. There's a little earthiness there, but it's a man's man scent for sure. Very, very mass appealing. I will say there's never a bad time to smell like this one here. It even will work in the hottest of heat. But to me, with the woodiness that's within the mid, leading on into deep dry down with that oak moss, it to me is at its best in fall, where you still can have some somewhat warm days, anywhere between your 75 on down to your 40-degree days. And it fits the fall attire as well. First one in the Hall of Fame for fall. Next one. A very, very mysterious fragrance scent profile. And that's going to the house of Prada with Prada Rossa Black. Really, really intriguing Irish scent. With some ambery nuances there. There's some warmth. There's definitely some muskiness and some powderiness. It's one that it was rumored at one point in time to be discontinued, but now they brought it back. I haven't smelled the new version of it to know whether or not they kept the DNA the exact same or did they tweak it just a little bit. But it's one that I'm definitely glad to have in my collection, and it's one that's very versatile in the sense of how you can dress. You can have on a t-shirt and put this thing on up to a suit and tie, and you're still going to smell good, and it's really never a bad time to smell like any of these. Next one. Also, at one point to be rumored to be discontinued, but I haven't seen that to be the case as of yet. Paco Rabanne 1 Million Lucky. Plum and Honey's Finest. Very, very good scent profile. Crowd pleasing. Compliment monster. It lasts a good long time. I get a good firm 8 hours out of it all. But it's nutty, fruity, woody. And the plum actually reigns supreme up top. The nuttiness is throughout the whole time of the fragrance here. Once again, just one of those scent profiles to me that complements the fall season. Once it's done being crazy hot outside, and you start to maybe be able to mix in a light and thin sweater or whatever, or some of your thicker material with your suits, fits the bill. Next one. One that can go in a lot of different seasons. But within this line, it's the closest to being able to transition over to the cooler months for my liking. Aqua Di Gio Profumo. With the incense and the smokiness added to the aquatic nature of this fragrance, you definitely can rock this in the cooler weather because it's strong enough to be able to cut through cold weather while you can still mix it in on some of the warmer days. But on the hottest of days, I kind of tend to reach for some of the other flankers within this same line. Now, this particular version of Profumo has been discontinued. They do have a Parfum on the market that, to me, is close enough for those who actually love this DNA and miss it. Do I wish they would bring it back? Yeah, but probably highly unlikely considering that they have the Parfum. Next one. Woody, spicy, ambery, boozy, tobacco. Lalique, Ombré, Noir. Another one on the list that was rumored to be discontinued, but you can still get it on Jama Shop for about that $75 price point. You can look at the color of the juice and know that you're ready for fall with this one here. You do get some cinnamon spice in there. The tobacco is just really smooth, just hanging out in the background. But this one here is dominated by the cinnamon spice and the booze. Very, very good scent profile for cooler weather as far as the designer is concerned. And this is back, going through the designers that are on this list, this is back when they were creative. This is back when the dollar amount that they asked for the fragrance matched the creativity. Unlike today. But I'm not going to go off into that bag of worms. Next one. Very, very popular clone or inspired by fragrance in the community. And that's Rochas Mustache Eau de Parfum. Clone of Tuxedo by YSL. Can I say it's definitely the closest clone at this stage in the game, considering that multiple clone houses have made their version of Tuxedo? I'm not exactly for sure because I haven't got my nose on the rest of them. This one here is really, really nice. I would give it maybe 80% Tuxedo for a way cheaper price, because Tuxedo gonna cost you close to $280, $300. This one here you can get for about $50 on discounters. And at one point in time it got scarce, but now it's very prevalent on all discounted websites to get you one of these. It's never a bad time to smell like it, especially when you decided you want to dress up things with your outfit a little bit. And it's pound for pound a very, very good clone, but I can even rate it as a standalone fragrance as a very, very good one for the price point. Juice color tells you we're getting close to fall. Next one, we're headed to the house of Banana Republic Tobacco and Tonka Bean. Got some sweetness in there from the coconut. Of course, Tonka bean sweetness, which is the star player in this one right here. But you do have a unique, I can't say so much a unique, but a prevalent tobacco note in there. But it's not very, very smoky by no means. You just kind of get more of the tobacco leaf there, not a real moist cigar tobacco smell. The Tonka bean and the coconut are the star players. But it's sweet, but it definitely has some staying power. It doesn't project real far unless you dial up the sprays, but the profile brings fall into fruition real smooth, and you can get it for like $20 in your rack stores at Burlington. And at that price point, it's a no-brainer. Next one. Headed to the house of Azzaro with the most wanted. Toffee, sweet, warm, caramel, very, very sexy scent profile, to say the least. Very, very interesting bottle design. The blackness of the bottle kind of gives you a little bit of a hint of what you get, because it is a very, very seductive, sweet, mysterious, if you will, as scent profile. But it's one that you can use in multiple occasions, but it's really, really good on your cuddle buddy activities with your wife. One that I like, one that I tend to reach for more in cooler weather, but every once in a while I'll break it out, especially in a climate-controlled atmosphere when me and the wife is chilling. But cooler weather, it's a good one. Dare I say, out of the ones that I've smelled in this line, it's neck and neck with the Parfum, because the Parfum got a little bit of a boozy hit, and I'm a fan of boozy fragrances, but this one here holds its own with that toffee note. Second to last, one that most people don't talk about. It has been discontinued. Juice color definitely tells you what type of season we headed off into. And the house of YSL Long with the Les Intense version of the Parfum. This one here, all you gotta do is crack the top and smell it, and everything about it smells like fall. From the juice color to the scent profile to the fact that you get a little bit of citrus up top, like a light glazing of citrus, but it's more ambery, fresh, spicy with some florals mixed in there. I mean, out of this whole list, you can smell them all, but this particular fragrance has fall written all over it. Period. And it deserved to put its flowers in when I kind of had mixed emotions on it when I first smelled it. Because I smelled the original Long. I smelled La Nuit de Long. And I was like, even though La Nuit de Long's in that subordinate portion of this scent profile, or in the family of YSL. This one grew on me. I wasn't a huge fan at first, but as I used it more and more and more, it earned its stripes. And last but not least, one that's discontinued. And more versus, they only had so many bottles of this fragrance here for this house. It's a house that I'm definitely looking forward to branching further off into the house, because they got multiple offerings that multiple fragrance reviewers talk about day and night. And this particular fragrance is made by my guy Ross at TLTG Reviews. Shout out with him. To him, I wish I got his first offering of his personal fragrance, Business Over Pleasure, when it came out. But at the somewhat #1 spot, and one that I would love to have gotten a backup bottle when it was available. And that's Evening Mystique by Zaharoff. Juice color, tells no lies. It is darkened, so it has macerated over time. This thing here has some of the best iris that I've ever smelled in there. With that Florentine iris. This thing here gives you a different outlook, even, on the note of iris. It lasts 10 plus hours. It can stain a light colored shirt if you're not careful. This is my 4.2 ounce bottle, or 4 ounce bottle. Smells wonderful. It's one that I don't put in a lot of lists, because you guys can't go out and get you a bottle unless you decide to get on eBay and buy it off somebody for an arm and a leg. But I'm definitely happy to have it in the collection. It's one that I break out on more special occasions versus some of these other ones I'll rotate in a little bit more. But not because they smell better. It's just because I can't go out and get me another bottle without giving a kidney. These 10 right here have earned their stripes in the autumn season. And they are 10 that have been inducted into the Fall Hall of Fame for the Sillage channel. If you can think of anything else in my fragrance collection or wardrobe that you think either should have made this list or down the road should make a future Hall of Fame list, leave a comment in the comments and let me know. And if there's any other fragrances that you think I should get my nose on, especially for the autumn season, leave it in the comments. That's my time. Peace.